Avatar: The Way of Water is a perfect example of how box office numbers lack any correlation to quality. Generally, the box office solely indicates effective marketing or previous works which a given movie is built off, which this film, again, is a prime example of. Do not misunderstand me, however. Making $2.32 billion off a single motion picture is nothing short of impressive, especially when there is a struggle to mention anything noteworthy about the film outside of computer graphics, which admittedly also are fairly impressive. Will I be invested while viewing over 3 hours of these somewhat beautiful visuals mixed in with a boring story, as well as having to bear the uncomfortable cramming of a movie theater? Well, I was certainly invested in twiddling my thumbs or reading Jordan Peterson's Wikipedia page over the shoulders of some bored teenagers. Generally speaking, I find it disrespectful to use mobile phones in a movie theater, but in this exact case, the misplaced habit was valid. Not to mention the fact that Jordan Peterson holds some very interesting views. I can already feel the distraction from the point at hand. Just to summarize the film concisely, it is chock full of filler, to the point where the average viewer zones out to the point of no return. The film boasts some interesting concepts, but drags them out to such a degree where you wish the ideas never were conceived in the first place. Despite the plot picking up noticeably by the final act, staying awake to experience this is certainly a challenge. To give credit to James Cameron, the final action scene is incredibly well choreographed. In fact, this scene was a bit of a nail-biter. Still, there is so much holding the movie back from its potential, this potential comprising approximately 20% of the runtime. An overwhelming portion of the motion picture fails through strange dialogue,
That was insane, cuz!
an unoriginal plot, an irrelevant B-plot involving the harvesting of Emerita, not to mention yawn-worthy characters making me regret purchasing the ticket instead of waiting for the film to be snatched by streaming services. Though artificial intelligence had not bloomed yet by 2022, it feels as though the script was written utilizing some ChatGPT prompt, with the saving grace for the end product being the visuals and After Effects. Though people may crucify me for this belief, I am of the opinion that the script generally is the most important aspect of cinema. If the screenplay or story fails, everything falls apart, especially when the film in question is 192 minutes long. Though there are many features to admire in regard to the writing, it consistently flops, leaving a dissatisfying result. Though it seems as if I strongly dislike this feature film, this is not true. The film is completely okay. There are some strong components, there are some weaker components. Honestly, I am not angry at this movie. I'm disappointed. Incredibly disappointed. Walking into the theater, there was a certain excitement in the air, an excitement that lasted very shortly. This movie is nothing more than middling. People no longer talk about this movie. I probably will not remember its plot in a couple of years. The feature has virtually no rewatchability. Disappointment is the word of the day. I wish I could look forward to the next 2 Avatar movies, but my gut instinct signals me to be more cautious next time around.